Hey guys, welcome to today's Gold Medal training session. Today we're going to go over the new kick of the month and some drills for you to work on for the kick of the month and our life skill of the month. I know we are a few days in here, and I did have this life skill last month already. I had it ahead of schedule, but just with everything that's been going on, I didn't realize I haven't introduced and rolled it out. So, the life skill for this month, and again, remember, we had this last month already. I had it probably near the beginning of the month. It was before we shut down. And so it's very fitting to what this month's life skill is because of everything that's going on. And we're working on perseverance. And yes, that is this month's life skill for April. Gold medal life skill is perseverance. Now, this is the first time since we've been in Gold Medal Martial Arts Center that we've had perseverance as the life skill. And I really, really love this word because it represents so much more than just not quitting and not giving up. And where a lot of people need to have perseverance. And a lot of times you don't realize how high level your perseverance capability is until you don't have any other choice. And we're kind of in that situation right now. So I thought it was very, very fitting for the month when I looked at it. So perseverance, we're going to be working on that. And we all have to persevere and endure right now. So we're going to go over, I'm going to go over some warm-up drills for you guys. You can kind of follow along here. It's going to be some kind of stretching with dynamic stretching a little bit, with a little, mixed in with a little bit of static stretching here. Not isometric, so we're not going to hold too long. Everything we're going to be doing is kind of active and bouncing and mobile. Okay, so and then we'll go over some drills. And the kick of the month that we're working on is cut kick. And I specifically chose this one for this month here for cut kick because there's a lot of drills that we can do single leg, kind of following our theme that we just went off of our live class on Saturday, single leg plyometrics. And just having the capability of being able to stand on one leg for any good amount of time without really having to force yourself to hold the balance. You kind of can do it on a regular basis, or you can hold it here pretty well. Where the average person that doesn't practice anything like what we do, they're not going to be able to just hold their leg up, have the strength and balance and coordination to be able to do that for for a certain amount of time. So cut kick is a really good kick to help us with that. So we're going to be working on that, and I'm going to go over some side kick drills for you guys today. And I got some tools here with me, as you can see, two chairs, a chair and a stool. And I'm going to show you guys something that you can practice that'll really, really improve your side kick and cut kick quality and capabilities here. Okay, so let's start in here. We're going to warm these arms up on a dual set net. Oh, good counting at home. I like that. Back Hana, dual set net. And twist. Just keep turning, loosen those feet, loosen that back. Get a nice twist in here in the back. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. Ours was fairly good with some good weather there. Took the boys walking around the neighborhood, so that was good to get out a little bit here. Alright, since they have not been really out of the house much at all, we've gone to a couple of stores here and there. Really, really trying to stay home as much as we can though. Okay, circle around the other way. So it was good for them to get out and see the sun, feel the wind, look at some birds, which they were quite amazed with. Push forward, Dionisio decided to get out of the stroller and chase after one. And down to the front. He didn't catch it, by the way. And back again. And down to the front. And, okay, kick your legs out a little bit here. Okay, so we're gonna get right into some good warm-ups here. So just start bouncing up and down right here. And this is a good thing to try to practice a lot. When you're bouncing, and normally in Taekwondo we call this stepping, right? When you're bouncing up and down like this. Here's what you want. You see how my hands and arms are just really, really loose. All right? I'm not tensed up at all. Mainly my shoulders. You gotta really learn to get those shoulders and that tension up in the middle or the upper back in between the shoulders. Learn to open that up, relax that completely. And bouncing like this is a way to do that. So I have no stiffness anywhere in my body. Okay, bounce back and forth a little bit. And I go in even my guarding stance. I just don't pick my hands up, but I'm sideways. And I can bounce forward and backwards. And back to the center. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Other side. And again, my arms are just bouncing like they're not even connected to my body. Push back and forth, forward and backwards. Back to the center, and then a little run. But I want you to do more of a kick in the feet back behind you, not so much knees up in front. Starting to pick that heart rate up now, so make sure you're breathing in the nose, out the mouth. Okay, and kick your legs out, little small kicks here. What you're really kind of focusing on more is rotating the counter rotation of your weight so that you're developing rhythm right now as we start doing things. You want to have that upper body and lower body working together, not against each other. And knee pitch up. I'm using my right leg. You can use your right leg or left leg. Same one with me. Just nice and high. Warming it up. See, I'm covering. I'm kind of twisting over to tap the knee a little bit. 2 more. Other side. Up, up. So kind of an aerobic style warming up today. Okay, now we're getting into some kicking here. And working on that front kick. Bring it straight back. See, I'm not kicking very fast. Just nice and tight, sharp, but loose. I'm just loosening things up. And I'm not going to count. We're just going to do some randoms. Just warming up. It's important for 2 things that you do when you're warming up. You enjoy it, have fun. You don't want it to be so structured that even your warm-up is going to feel like work to you. You want to be able to enjoy getting in your zone mentally and physically to get ready to do the hard work. So if your warm-up is so structured and routine that it feels like work, it's hard to get into that zone where you really can dig deep, persevere, and bring out the best in yourself. And that's what we don't want to skip. We want to be able to get to that area. Okay, roundhouse kicks. Just snapping them back and forth. Just cross, cross, cross. Remember, all the kicks should be at least waist high. Knees up. Nice snaps. Pointing those feet. Now you're going to go into your side kicks. And just kick to the side. Remember, pick the knees up, then snap it. Very important for what we're going to do today. Make sure you're not hitting anything in the house or anyone. Okay, good. Now we're still not done there. Quick intermission here. If you're watching this, if you joined us live Saturday, and don't forget tomorrow we're going to be live at 5:30. If you were here Saturday with this live session, I had mentioned to everybody that I want you to send me a picture of your training areas where you guys are working out at, whether it's just right there in front of your living room, you know, between the sofa and the TV or whatever, or if you have a dedicated spot. Some people have that, which is cool, and a quick shot of your equipment. So if you got bags, paddles, gloves, whatever you have, this will give me better ideas of what to do to come up with good curriculum for you guys to work, do things at home. So right now I'm trying to cater to the person, the newest student, the white belt, and we even did have a couple of white belts that just started, they had only been to 1 or 2 classes before this whole epidemic happened. So even to those people there, trying to cater down to that level, so that way anybody can participate with what our classes and our sessions here. So, but it'll give me a better idea for those that do have more equipment and partners and stuff. You know, you got a little bit more leverage at home to be able to do things. I don't want to forget you guys and just cater straight down to white belts. We want to get to everybody. So if you got more equipment and so forth, send me a shot. Let me know what it looks like so I can come up with some better curriculum for you guys and keep everybody busy during this time and positive and moving forward. Okay, I'm also thinking about putting together a virtual test. Totally free, won't be like full qualifications or anything like that, but I think it'll give us something to actually work towards instead of just saying, oh, well, you know, I'll watch that video later on, blah, 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 kind of feeling. Some kind of curriculum here so that we can have a small quiz pretty soon coming up here. So be ready for that. Okay, so working on more kicking. All right, this is where the dynamic stretching is gonna come in here. So we're gonna work on this axe kick. Now you see I'm only holding my hand maybe chin height, not real high. And I just want to swing that leg up so that the balls of my feet or the toes go right in the palm of my hand. Nice, easy swing. Make sure you're not bringing your hand down to meet your leg. Remember, you want to hold the hand, bring the foot all the way up to meet your hand. There's a difference there. If you're bringing the hand down, you're kind of cheating your leg out on developing that flexibility. Okay, now we're going to cross it over. So my right hand is going to go to my left leg. Slightly crossed. Left hand, right leg. Right hand, left leg. Left hand, right leg. So if you can see me in the camera, it's just slightly angled off. Not much. And now working on these hips. Just pitch the knees up and turn that body over. I don't want to turn with my knee pitch. I'm cross turning. So my arms and shoulders go in the opposite direction of where my knee is. And I want to make sure that leg is chambered up nice and tight here. I keep it in that position as I bring the knee up and then cross over back to the other side. Just real quick and subtle. You don't have to force it super hard. We're not doing any, remember, we're still warming it up. Up, hit. Okay, here we go. Now, working on some back kicks. Straight back, same leg. Up. Want to pick the knee up and then bring it back. Up. 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 Now, here's what's important, these key tips and elements when you're executing this kick here. Knee pitch forward, front foot is staying facing towards the front leg. I don't want to turn my foot or body sideways. I want to turn it to a side kick. It's a back kick. Back leg, once I extend, I'm going to bend way down just so you guys can see my foot. Once I extend all the way out, that foot should be sideways. You don't keep the toes straight down. That's going to make it very hard and awkward to execute a proper back kick with good power and getting that heel to hit. So when I turn my leg sideways, it puts my body and the leg in the proper position to execute that back kick. What makes that all possible is the front leg, keeping it straight forward. Now if you look at my position, this would be the back kick. I'm looking behind me, right? Boom. If you look at the feet, it should look like I'm doing American splits. That's why splits are so important. Okay, here we go. Knee up, straight back. Knee up, up, up. You see how I'm leaning forward as I kick back as well. Up. But I want to time it properly. I don't want to lean too late, and I don't want to lean too early. Right? Then everything is off. So this is where that coordination comes in. Knee pitch up, back. Other side. Knee pitch up, back. Up, 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 up. One more. You don't have to kick too high, but kick at least waist height. Up. Okay, now take your stool, chair, whatever you got, sofa, wall, partner, and we're just going to take this leg and swing it straight up and down. That's all I'm doing here. I'm only using this for balance. Now I'm just going to keep swinging. Normally, because of time for the video today, you would do this for about, I don't know, maybe a minute, both legs. So a minute on each leg. And I want to try to get a good pendulum swing style to my leg. I don't want to force it and keep control and stiffness and tightness on it. Remember, everything needs to learn to be relaxed. We have to train for that because in our daily life, we're pretty much tense all the time from the moment we wake up to the time we go to sleep. And it's not tense because of, worriness or anything like that. I mean, that could be an issue for somebody, but it's because we're active, we're mobile, we're moving. You got to use your muscles for strength. Even the stand, if we didn't use any strength, we'd fall down. So swing it. Okay, so remember, about a minute for each one of those. Same thing here, sideways. I'm going to cross this leg in and then bring it out. Now you do want to swing it high, right? That's the goal here. If this is as high as you can get it, right there, you're feeling, then that's your height. Go there. Maybe try to go a little bit beyond that. It just depends on where your limits lie. And again, your limits are all in your head. Your perception is your reality. Okay, so we did forward, then we did sideways. So we did front kicks, and then we did our side kicks. Then we did back kicks. Now we're going to stretch backwards. So it's very similar to the actual kick that we just did. Knee pitch up, drop my leg, and swing it straight back. And then bring my knee back up to me again. And the same thing, right? You want to do a minute on each leg for each one of these drills. Now for a really good longer warm-up, you would do a minute each leg, each drill, 3 times. Okay, so here we go. We're going on our cut kick, but who ultimately knows what kick is the cut kick? Raise your hand if you're watching. Yes, you, sir. Yes, it's a side kick. Very good. Good job. Okay, so this drill here is going to help you really work on that side kick. A couple of key pointers here that you want to make. One, make sure you're close enough to the stool or the chair, the sofa, folding chair back, whatever you're using. Anything that you're going to be able to kick your leg over. Now I'm going to grab the shield here really quick, just for example purposes. This is a little bit shorter. Okay, just a little, not much. But if you're stiff in the hips and your Chinese split position is not as strong as it should be, right? And myself included, we could all work on it. It's okay if you start with something a little lower and warm up and work your way up too. So here's what you're gonna do, and this is why I'm starting lower and then come down. I'm gonna take my inside leg. I got both of my feet facing towards the front right now, as of right now. I want to pick this leg straight up and then stretch it out over that stool. Right? See how my foot is beyond it as well. Okay, and then I want to bring it straight back here. I want to make sure that foot goes right over that stool. My knee pitch back up, foot back down. Here's what you don't want. Up, side kick. You can clearly see my foot is behind the stool here. My knee is high enough, but my foot is not over the stool. You want to make sure that your foot is going to go directly over that stool. That's where you're going to work on that hip strength and actually kind of groin strength, adductor, abductors on the legs. It's inside and outside of your thighs. Okay, so in that position there. It doesn't have to be slow. I was showing you kind of slow just so you can see. You're not exploding it though either. But I am straightening my leg out and I'm making sure my leg clears it. So this is not bad. See my foot still over the shield, over the stool here as I straighten my leg up. This is not bad, but that's not ideal. You want to keep it up higher because the higher the stool here, the more I'm forced to work on that hip strength. Or the closer I am to the stool, the more I'm forced to work on this hip strength. The farther I am away from it, my leg can actually come down a little bit more. I don't have to pick this knee up so high. But when I'm closer to it, I really got to get this knee pitch up nice and high to get it to clear over that stool or chair, whatever you're using. Okay, now because of that, like I said, you gotta start with something lower. Start low. That's okay. Doesn't have to be super high. Right, so then you're gonna do that about 10 times, right? 10's always our magic number on each leg. So I'll do a couple here just so you can kind of see it. You can do these ones with me if you want. So up, Hana. Make sure that foot toes stays facing towards the front. Dual. Whoop. Oh, lost my balance. And set. So there's 3. And I go back to the other side. Want to stay just as close. Stand up. 1, 2, 3. Now, I kind of rushed that last one, so that's why I tipped back a little bit. It doesn't matter. I mean, if you touch this or hit it, that's fine. The goal is not to not touch this. The goal is to clear over it. You want to make sure that your leg is extending over the obstacle, whatever it is you're stretching your leg over. And if you happen to hit it, you happen to hit it, right? No big deal. Fix it on the next one. Okay, now we're gonna do that same drill again, but we're gonna position the base leg a little differently this time. So now you're gonna pivot it. So if you can look at my left leg here, I turned my heel out. The first one we started this way. So if you didn't keep it this way and you turned your foot, then you jumped ahead a little bit on us, but that's okay. You can fix it on this one and maybe keep your foot straight this time, right? But if you did it the right way, if you're following the instructions here, turn and pivot that heel, and we're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna find this position here is gonna be a lot easier to kick that leg out, which I did that purposely so that you could really realize, wow, when you leverage your body and put it in the right position, you can use way more muscles, better flexibility, better balance and coordination just by posturing and positioning certain parts of your body the correct way. Here we go. 3 of these. Up, Hana. Nope, going a little too fast. Do. Set. Okay, now on the other side. Hana. Do. Set. Okay, now I'm gonna move this off to the side a little bit. I'm gonna pull the chair over now. And here's the difference between the chair and the stool. They're about the same height actually. This one might be, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 of an inch higher. But the sitting area is wider. So it's gonna force me to really use my hip strength, coordination, and balance to be able to bring that foot all the way back and clear this. So once I move from that and I'm doing that okay, and then I can get something wider, I'm gonna use something wider, and this time I really don't want to hit it. All right, felt my balance tipping off on that one, so I kind of rushed my leg back. But the most important thing is picking that knee straight up this way, kicking out that way, and then bringing it right back to its starting point. The knee anyway, the knee pitch. So you're not doing this, you're not doing this, and kind of, you know, crescent kicking, front kick position on that. Remember, we're working on that side kick. And here's why. That base leg is very important on your cutting operation of the kick. The heel should always be pointing towards the target. So if it's you, you're my target, my heel is gonna point towards you as I'm cut kicking, as I'm doing those hops, right? Hopefully I didn't kick out of the camera or move out of the camera. I did get close to my edge a little bit. And then eventually, once it's your leg and hips are strong enough, you can start kicking it up a little bit higher. You gotta back up a little bit here unless you're super, super flexible, like maybe Elena out there. She might be able to get this done. Miss Daphne, if she's watching this one here. But same position, lean back, clear it, boom. Bring that leg straight back, knee pitched in nice and tight without hitting the chair or stool, whatever it is you're kicking. Okay. So, again, remember, these videos are to show you things so that not so you do them with me right now, just like in a class, I show you and then you do. So right now, because of the way everything is, you're kind of gonna maybe watch these, write down what it is, or you can practice it a little bit later and kind of pause and then do your drills. Okay, so two things with that. Watching to learn, to get informed, and then you're gonna perform and do it later. So first get informed and then perform. Inform, perform, right? That's the listening and then the doing. Second one, for everybody right now, these videos are not meant for parents. I'm going to specifically say parents. Even if you're not an active Taekwondo student as a parent, we have a lot of them that are, and we appreciate them. And we do miss you guys. Quick sidebar, we miss everybody. We just can't wait till this is over so we can all get back together and see everybody's happy, friendly, smiling faces. So many of the families that come walking down our stairs there, sometimes I'm in the office. You have no idea how excited I get when I see you guys walk down those stairs. And I can't wait to get back to that. So, lost my train of thought. Let's see if I can pick it back up. Yeah. Share. Oh yes, here we go. Parents, these videos again are not meant for, if you have younger ones that are gonna need help, they're not meant for them to just, okay, go sit in there and then go do it. I had one parent think that, you know, they kind of let me know, oh, you know, they're such and such, you know, the online classes are just not, they can't participate in it. Remember, the world is changing. We all have to make different changes and do things differently right now. We're all in a place that is unknown to everybody. Everything is new. So we all have to work together, right? So parents, these are the videos you're gonna sit with them, watch, and help along with it. And again, you can always use the slide bar to skip past forward anything, right? If you see me blabbling, blah, 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 and I'm not kicking or punching or doing anything, right? And just forward right past that until you see me start kicking and stuff. If you want to go ahead and do that, that's totally fine, right? But I just wanted to get that point out there. These videos are not meant for the younger ones and little ones to just sit down and watch and then try to copy on their own. Since there's no instructor there, you're now the instructor's parents, older siblings possibly, other relatives, and anybody, if you guys have family that's with you. Okay, again, family that kicks together sticks together. Okay, so going back in the drill with our cut kick now. So one thing that we're going to work on, it's very, very important, is you got to work on your cut kick guarding stance. Now, this is your normal kicking guarding stance, right? But a cut kick guarding stance is a little bit different because I actually have to hold my leg up in the guarding stance. This is a cut kick guarding stance. And I don't think we've actually ever went over that in a class before, but that's what it is. All right, cut kick guarding stance. I got to be able to move in this position and keep that foot and knee and leg in a good position in the event, no matter what I'm doing, if I need to snap it out and kick, I can do that. Have the capability and the ability. If I don't have a good cut kick guarding stance, when I go to kick, if I need to, I'm getting one out, and that's probably it. Boom, then I'm down on the ground. Case closed, dismissed, get them out of here, right? That's what it is here. So, we don't want that. We want to be able to have the capabilities up. So the drill, you got a paddle. Again, remember, single legs. Cut kick guarding stance. Hop over. Up, 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 up. Right? Now I'm showing you forward and backwards. You don't have to go backwards. If backwards is tricky for you, just go forward, up, and then go back around. Up. And then I actually would recommend that before going forward and backwards anyway. That's probably a better idea. Then I would do it twice. And you're going to see the correlation of a cut kicking. Everybody say, land that plane. There we go. Okay, let's start it again. So, trying to be a little entertaining for you guys so that you can stay watching the video. Okay, so you'll see the correlation here of the double hop on actual cut kick. So I hold the position, up, up, and then I go back around. Up, up. Try and get it a little faster. Up, up. Try and get it a little faster with less sound, so I'm not, right? I don't want any of that stuff there. Very nice and light. And then, again, progression. Let me show you something here really quick. How would we progress? Who knows? Yes, very good job. We get a third paddle out there, so we can do 3 hops like this here, which is in correlation to how you would execute a cut kick. This is just helping us develop the mechanics and the muscle memory. Now you can see I'm not really holding my leg up or a solid, heavy cut kick position. That's okay. Right now I want you to focus more on the movement of the leg here, the base leg, getting that to move a lot quicker and lighter and more controlled. Because what happens is when you struggle on this one, no matter how good you start out, when I struggle on that first hop, that one's gonna drop. Because I put all my effort in the one jump, and I don't want to do that. I want to be able to space it out. So that way, if I do have a good position, I can still keep that leg up for the kick. Right, now these are a little bit higher than what you normally would do for a cut kick. Let me slide them over. Last thing here. Same position, 3 hops. Hop. There's your cut kick. Up. Up. Now you can also change it from a side kick to a roundhouse kick. Up. I can even change that to a hook kick. Right? Cutting motion at the end of the cut, I can use whatever kick that I deem necessary for whatever the situation is. And most of the time they are probably going to go to the head, so it is going to be a head level kick. But not that you're not able to kick to the body. Body is easier to hit, but a leg head shot is worth more points today. So, in conclusion here, the hopping, the quick motion, the body, the posture, your stance, your techniques, it all boils down to one quick, light movement. Boom, whether I'm kicking on each hop or I just decide to kick at the end of my hops. So, kick of the month here is cut kick. Now, again, last thing, life skill of the month. Who remembers? Oh yes, put a comment down below. I'm going to be sending out some giveaway prizes for you guys. Emailing to you some gift cards, because I can go online and get some gift cards and just email that right over to you. Nobody has to touch anything. Nobody has to come in contact with anybody. And then you can use that and bring it up on your phones if you guys are going to go to the stores or anything. You know, stuff like that. So, again, what was that life skill? Put the comment down below. First 3 answers to that life skill there, and I purposely did this way at the end, is going to get the $5 gift cards. We're going to push those out for everybody, okay? All right, good. I hear those numbers there clicking and I mean those letters there clicking and punching. Okay, so that was today's lesson. So we had our life skill, our new life skill, which I'm not going to say. And then we have our kick of the month, which is cut kick. Okay, so don't forget tomorrow, you guys, we have our live class at 5:30, and we'll see you then.